Welcome to Wonderland, Sweden. My name's Rebecca and I create educational tools with the help of my XTools P2 and Creative Space. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe to my channel. Okay, let's begin. From not just preschool stuff, but just stuff that might actually sell, ironically enough. And I found these old tokens that you can make. So originally these were cut out and then had them with acrylic. I kind of like the idea, but I'm thinking I'm going to keep it on high quality birch and not have the acrylic, because obviously Sweden really loves the whole natural look, so avoiding plastic if possible. But you can just look at the design. This wasn't too bad, but you can see that the numbers are way too close to the corners. But I like the font for this anyway, it's quite cute. So I'm just going to make a copy. I think the size 80, that should be okay. Actually, I'm just going to take one. And I'm actually going to do them in Swedish. They might sell better. So what you need to do is you need to think that what is the longest number and what is the longest word that you're going to have here. So it's månader, which is months. So as you can see that's too wide. So it's just literally trial and error just to find something that looks good. See, it's a little bit close there. Maybe go down a bit. Something like that. And this one, so you don't have 12 months, you have 1 year, so 11 would be the widest maybe. That's quite big. So something like that. So I do have auto snapping on. I didn't used to have it, but now I quite like it. Sometimes I hate it. But yeah, so the center always, so it aligns in the middle here. That feels like it's quite close to there. I've already layered them, so red usually means cut. I always have dark blue for letters, but you can see this was a cut originally. No, it was a score. I think what I was going to do was put the score, so then you can have it like a guide. I think that's probably why, because I always put like the power really low, maybe not 1%, but yeah. So engrave. So I do actually want them to be the same setting. I think maybe we could almost have the number a little bit harder. I decided I wanted to change the font for the numbers, and I quite like lobster, I think. So yeah, so basically just look to see if the proportions are right. So the exciting part is now that you know that that's the widest and that's the biggest number. So what we do is we highlight it all. So basically we're going to make 14. Repeat this pattern 14 times. If that makes sense. So I always do 3 millimeters space in between. Just because. So if we do 7 by 2. I'm not expecting it to fit on, but it didn't used to be, but now it's actually grouped, so the whole thing is 1. So to make any changes to anything, then you would have to ungroup here. But it's awkward because once you've ungrouped, then you have to redo. Okay, so we could technically be 0 months, in 1 month. Oh, exciting language. So 1 month. You don't need a Swedish lesson from me. Yeah. So what you can do is just check, highlight, and check that it's aligned horizontal. Did you see the monad moved then? Obviously. Well, not obviously, you never know. So yeah, so just basically just carry on with that. And if I wanted to group, then I'd just highlight it. I've got a touchscreen, which makes it so much easier. I would definitely recommend getting a touchscreen. So Control and G on a PC for grouping it. So then you don't need to worry that you move it or anything, or leave any pieces behind. So there's no settings for this, so I would normally go plywood, and I would normally just up it on the engrave. I never do 100 power, I always do 80 at the most. So 15 I do for mine. As you can see, the green and the blue, even though they're different colours, they've got the same settings, so they're actually grouped under the same at the moment. So instead of like highlighting them, you can just go down here and just go blue. What did we say? Did we want blue a little bit weaker? So I just always up with the lines per centimetre to get the deep engraving. And I normally go up to 18, something like that. So with this one, it's really nice that they're all in a level, in a row. So, oh no, we've moved this one up. So what we can do is we can highlight that and highlight the circle here. And then we can align bottom. And the 0 should just move. So they're all back in a row again. Obviously, it's not very often that you can just do a whole bed like that. Not for me anyway, because my wood's super high quality. And once you this is like perfect for scraps. So you could just put one piece here and one piece here. So as you see now, the green is on a different setting. Unfortunately, you can't see the lines per centimetre in the settings here, unfortunately. But yeah, see, it doesn't even come up on that. It should come up on that black thing. I think that would be a good tip for XTool if it came up on that. So that was a really easy make. I only did half of it, but it would take no time at all to make this. But yeah, my tip would be to just make sure that they're all centered. The blue is not going to move vertically. It's the horizontally that will move. So it's just this one horizontal align center that needs to be fixed. But if you really had to, you could just do this, and then you could always align top or align bottom, something like that. So yeah, easy make.